Welcome back to the bulletin tonight. We begin from the Ashanti region. Of course, a story unfolding there at the Suame magazine, where we understand now that President of the Nigerian Union of Traders Association, based on police order, has asked Nigerian retailers operating at that market in Kumasi to go back and do business. There were earlier reports that some Nigerian retailers had started parking their bags and leaving the market. Now, Ashanti Region Police PRO ASP Godwin Ahianyo has been speaking with my colleague Kwesi Deborah in Kumasi.
Our CID men are already on the ground monitoring situation, and to them, they locked their shops or closed their shops for fear of attacks. But the commander assured them of their safety and security, and so they are saying it's already late, it's past 2. From tomorrow morning, they are going to go back to their shops, open their shops and do their businesses. And we are assuring them that to make sure their safety is assured or guaranteed, we'll make sure we do that. We know that this issue of Nigerians in the magazine area and that of their Ghanaian counterpart has been there time immemorial, and we're trying to solve it. So if he brings in the kidnapping, then it will be something that he's trying to maybe bring up. But in our meeting, that did not come up. Okay. We know as a security agency that it is the previous issues that is recurring, okay, and that will make sure that we resolve it. We cannot hit anybody, and as police, whoever finds himself in Kumasi and the Ashanti region, whether a Ghanaian, whether a foreigner, the very protection that we give to our own people, the same protection will be given to any foreigner who finds himself here in Kumasi and the region at large.
Right, let's hear now from the regional president of the Nigerian Union of Traders Association, NUTA, that is Ikechukwu Kizito Obiara, who has also been speaking with Kwesi Deborah.
Let me first of all thank the regional commander for the fatherly role he played at the whole issue. I think the whole matter has been solved. I could understand that he met with some of the Buta executives yesterday, and as we meet with him now, he gives us every assurance that the whole matter has been settled. We should go back to our businesses. Though I don't want to say something that maybe will be escalating or maybe causing more trouble. That is not the case, because our people are engaging in retail or whatever. Government have their task force. There's government authority who see that, not those boys. So anytime government are ready, let them come and check. Any Nigerian who deviates from Ghana law, let that person, let the law take his due course. That is our concern. So we are not protecting those who are doing who are doing any illegal thing. We are not protecting them. So anybody who did not comply with the law requirement, let the law take his due course. We are not talking about that. After all, when they come, they told us we should go back to Nigeria, that Nigerians are kidnappers. So those kidnappers, are those at magazine, are they kidnappers?
All right, so, I mean, this is not the first time we've seen this take place at Suame magazine. Joining us on the line now is the Deputy Trade Minister, Carlos Ahenkwa, for his thoughts on how to resolve the issue. Thanks for your time tonight, sir. First off, tell us what you know or your understanding of what took place yesterday.
Good evening. Let me say hi. We, from the Ministry of Trade, that two things happening. People are being scared of what is currently happening in the country in terms of this kidnapping, and that is, of course, extrapolating onto Nigeria trade business, where people are considering everybody in the market, the foreigner, and something like that. This is a big challenge. Government is a big challenge to Ghana, and we are asking the citizens of Ghana to be a bit careful and let us slow down in our asking. We don't intend to have any conversations with our neighbors or our brothers from other countries in South Africa. Of course, obviously, we've signed on to a protocol which frowns on discrimination when other citizens are concerned. So we are pleading with our market women, we are pleading with our traders groups and so on to be circumspect and exercise a little bit of restraint. We are using every administrative and diplomatic means to get this problem solved. And it's not appropriate to take the law into your own hands and decide to act inappropriately. Going forward, I think what's going to happen is we have to probably nip the problem in the bud by ensuring that any landlord or any shop owner that leaves their shop to a foreign will go further to inquire or request some legitimacy of this person, and if they are allowed to be in the country or in that particular area or not. But going and taking the law into your own hands and making people feel scared, it's a very dangerous thing. Because don't forget that we also have our countrymen, our brothers in some of these countries. And the least that we want to hear is that they are exacting the same thing or a similar way to them out there. Please, I'm taking this opportunity on behalf of them to ask my market folk and the trading groups to be very, very circumspect in this matter.
Okay, hopefully the Nigerians can return to the market tomorrow to open their shops. That's what we're hearing from the police in the Ashanti region and from the Nigerian Union of Traders Association. You talked about efforts underway to nip the problem in the bud. And we've heard the Ghanaian retailers that talk about harassment, talk about the fact that their markets have been taken over. We also know that the Trade Ministry was trying to, or is working on a retail trade regulation or law, for the lack of a better word. Where are we at currently with that?
We don't have anything like that yet, like working on any retail trade for the trade or investment regulation law, for that matter, in the country is always sitting with the, well, it always starts with the GIP, Ghana Investment Promotion Center. We are only policy developers, come up with policy to guide particular activities. So, in effect, everybody that's coming into the country to invest, we have to live and conform the investment promotion centers regulations or law. That is where our traders are, actually fighting for. They are asking that people who are coming here to trade and people who intend to invest in Ghana for that matter must conform to investment laws, which of course is very true. Anybody wanting to enter somebody else's jurisdiction to involve in any trade activity or any business activity must conform to business regulation guidelines that is set out for trading in that country. You cannot just jump in and decide to do whatever you want or do what the natives of that very particular country do. But here is the case whereby we'll start for a very long time for this problem to, exist and persist. So it's become increasingly difficult for us to abruptly just wake up one morning and say, this is the cutoff point. Everybody now must, toe the line. We're taking our time and taking our necessary steps to ensure that administratively, that diplomatically, we'll find a way to allow these neighboring brothers of ours to either live or leave. But what we are trying to do as a ministry, for that matter, is to even invite the Nigerian embassy.
Okay.
And also invite the Nigerian Traders Association, sit down with them, put the laws of the land on the table, and let us judge to come up with a solution. But let it be mentioned here that the Nigerians are not the only ones who are trading in Ghana from the SAP region. We have some Ivorians here who are trading. We have some Togolese who are trading. Even Burkina Faso people and Niger people are all trading this country.
Thank you very much. There's plenty to talk about the backlash we are getting from Nigeria, what this means for intra-Africa trade and all of that. But we'll leave it here for now. Thanks very much for your time. That was Deputy Trade Minister Carlos Ahenkwa. As he indicated, they are going to invite both parties for a conversation on how to deal with their grievances. We'll speak about fostering, intra-Africa relationship. The central bank governors in West African Monetary Zone say they are committed to ensuring the convergence criteria for member states before implementing the common currency for the zone is realized by the 2020 deadline. The assurance is coming from Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Maxwell Poku. According to him, the partnership between the West African Monetary Zone and leaders of the member states has generated intense pressure on the technical committee to meet the 2020 deadline.
Discussions are far advanced to ensure that by 2020, all West African member countries have a common currency for trade and other transactions. The currency is expected to boost intra-African trade as well as ensuring an inclusive financial growth for the West African Monetary Zone. Speaking at the Swift African Regional Conference in Accra, Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Maxwell Poku disclosed that all bottlenecks are being worked on by member states. He assured that the 2020 deadline for implementing the common currency will not be extended.
Having a regional, a single currency is not only technical. So we have to work together with a strong political will. And you can see that we now have heads of states that have demonstrated strong political will. And in fact, they are the ones putting pressure on the technical team to make sure that we meet the 2020 deadline. So we are now seeing a system where both the technical and the political will are converging. And I believe that once that converges, we should be able to see significant progress, at least in terms of trade, then gradually we move towards a single currency across the region.
Various payment systems by member countries will be captured in the implementation process in order to increase financial inclusion and drive intra-African trade among member nations.
Importantly, should not leave behind the low-value transactions. And where am I heading to? The transactions that involve mobile money payments that have been integrated as at this time, that is where the impact will be made. If that is onboarded as part of unifying the payment systems across the region, you'll be able to bring a lot of the informal trade across border into the formal system and enhance intra-regional trade, enhance growth, and also enhance the impact across the West Africa region. So
the Deputy Governor was speaking on the topic, enabling the digital economy. Eben Sabote's report for Joy Business.
Well, speak about a digital economy. President Akufo-Addo says he's confident the new payment systems law will drive innovation and spur growth in the financial sector. According to the president, the country will soon be leading Africa in digital payments with the introduction of some measures that have transformed its electronic payment system. President Akufo-Addo was speaking at the opening of the Swift Africa Regional Conference in Accra.
Countries are embracing fully the advancement made in the digital world to help drive growth and increase productivity of their respective economies. For us in Ghana, we have made modest gains in this regard. Since my assumption of office in January 2017, we've leveraged on technology to help reform and improve our institutional and regulatory processes, to establish a digital economy that is supporting sustained economic growth and improving the well-being of our citizens, conduct financial transactions, and is rapidly promoting financial inclusivity in Ghana. The financial industry is witnessing significant growth, and with mobile money penetration in Ghana being the second highest in Africa, evidenced in mobile money transactions worth 213 billion cedis in 2018, up from 78.5 billion in 2016. We anticipate that with continued reforms to our payment systems, Ghana will have a strong competitive edge in the region for financial innovation and access to credit. Additionally, my government has committed itself to having digital systems manage all government receipts and payments by 2020.
You're watching Business Live. Now, as the world makes efforts to end climate change by being environmentally friendly, Ghana seems to be lagging behind. The country was ranked 124 out of 108 countries in the 2018 Environmental Performance Index. Charles Aite has visited some steel factories within the Free Zones enclave and reports on how the toxic gas and smoke emissions are not just destroying the environment, but also endangering the lives of workers there.
I was met with a cloud of smoke when I got to the Tema Free Zones enclave, an area that houses most steel factories.
You would need one of what's more than a nose mask if you'd have to survive a day or two here. But for the cases of most factory workers, they have no option than to inhale these high sulfuric smoke each and every day as they embark on their daily activities.
The thick plunge of smoke there darkens the environment, making it hard to see or breathe.
If I vomit, you hear blood coming. It's the same smoke.
Felix is one of many factory workers at the Free Zones enclave whose work location is at the mercies of these emissions. He says he's been frequently to the hospital for the past 2 years.
The smoke coming from that place to our yard is too much. It's totally too much. We can't take it. We can't take it. And even say if you employ new come 3 days, 2 days, you stop the work and go because of the smoke.
Poor air quality kills people. Today, a World Health Organization report suggests that bad outdoor air is the cause of some 4.2 million premature deaths annually since 2016, out of which about 90% of the deaths are from the low and middle income countries, including Ghana.
We've sent letters. Managements have done all what they can do to send letters to the EPA, letters upon letters, pictures and video, all information that the EPA need to know so that they will take action have been sent to them, but yet nothing has been done.
Joy Business visited the website of the Free Zones Authority that requires that all factories must be environmentally friendly.
At times in the morning you see that all your eyes make red. Somebody would think maybe you smoke or something, but it is a smoke.
Unsafe smoke emissions here have left some factories who don't indulge in heavy industrials packing. Joy Business engaged some workers of a steel factory who say they are not only losing their lives, but their jobs as well.
When you get to the house, you become weak. But if you didn't come to the worker, then the company too is losing. And this one too is causing unemployment.
This is where I feed my family from. So if I stop the work or if I'm declared redundant, where am I going to get work that will support me to feed my family?
At first, customers used to come like 40, 50 customers a day. But since we came in the morning, we had only 3 customers. And this one, I could see that the company is gradually collapsing.
With Ghana ranking 124 on the 2018 Environmental Performance Index (API), there is a wake-up call on government to begin to initiate even more stringent measures to make the country environmentally safe. For Joy, Charles Aite reporting.
Now, Asante Otumfuo II has implored government and its agencies to redeem their indebtedness to the national oil marketing outlet, Ghana Oil Company. He observes such debts are a major challenge to effective operation of the state oil marketer. Otumfuo II said this during the opening of a new office complex for the middle and upper middle belt in Kumasi. Prince Apia has more in this report.
Government's indebtedness to state institutions have become a major concern that affects operations of these institutions and companies. Asante Otumfuo II at the opening of GOIL's new office complex in Kumasi called on government to, as a matter of urgency, redeem its indebtedness to GOIL. The oil marketing company has managed to rub shoulders and compete effectively with other oil marketing companies in the country. But Asante believes it could do better if the practice by government stops.
I am here to commend the work of GOIL because it has competed very well with the foreign companies. GOIL is for us Ghanaians, so we must all help for it to survive. When government take credit from GOIL, they should pay so the company can operate effectively. Because if you go for free coupons and others buy without paying, the company cannot survive and a lot of people will lose their jobs. We should all redeem our credits. I want to tell the employees that the company is not for the MD, but for all of us. So they should treat it as such.
A former Deputy Attorney General, Kwame Osei-Prempeh, has taken over from Patrick Akoli as Acting Managing Director and CEO of GOIL Company Limited. He says discussions are ongoing with metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies on increasing GOIL dealership and customer base.
And I believe that very soon GOIL will rise up. Yesterday I was at Suame NALAG meeting with my team to meet MMDCs from throughout the country and make a presentation to them. They are all coming to GOIL, which means I'm going to increase GOIL dealership, GOIL customer base. I'm going to push it up.
He believes at the end of his tenure, the GOIL Company Limited will be known for a lot of progressive changes. Prince Appiah reporting.